I'm redesigning my website and I want to talk about the 3 key points that I have learned until now. Have you ever been in the middle of a project just to realize that you're probably designing for the wrong people? I did, so I would like to share some of the mistakes I made in the past and what I have learned from them. So I bought a new microphone. I will probably use this one mostly for podcasts and voiceovers, but I was thinking that why not use it for vlogs at home, maybe. The thing is, those kinds of microphones needs to be closer to you, so if I move this out of the frame, right now it's side by side with the shotgun mic that I normally use, and you can click up here on the icon and vote which microphone you prefer. Microphone number 1 or maybe microphone number 2 sounds better. Or I could keep this into the frame, but let me know by voting or in the comments, do you mind seeing the microphone into the frame? Or should I keep this just for the podcast? Well, yeah, enough with that, back to the main video. So I took the opportunity of the lockdown to redesign my website. And I wanted to share 3 basic tips about web design. And those are the things that I have found out until now, so if you have more tips, share them in the comments below. By the way, I will have a link in the description with my current website, so you can check it out before it's redesigned. The first rule is make it mobile friendly. It's kind of obvious, but even if that's the case, for some reasons, sometimes we forget to follow that rule. As a designer, I always like to check out websites in a bigger screen. When I was designing my previous website, I was carried away from the desktop design. The mobile version had some small issues on some phones, but I didn't really care about those because I was thinking that people should visit my website through desktop, not their phones. Why are they visiting my website through their phones? And that's the issue. We create something to look good on a desktop and then we get frustrated because 90% of people are visiting through mobile. So don't try to fight how people are doing things, instead embrace that and try to create for those people first. Here's what I have done until now. You can see that I started working on the mobile version first. I have done all the pages and now I'm moving to the desktop version. And this is quite more easy than the way that I was doing it in the past, which was exactly the opposite. Because now I have fewer things and shorter texts that I can spread to a bigger monitor instead of having many things in the start and later on trying to fit them all in a smaller screen. When I was making my first personal website at first and by mistake, I didn't do it for the right people. I had other designers in mind, what they will think, what they will say if they critique it, and basically I was designing a website for other designers. It was super clean, serious, and the main focus was the portfolio. And there's nothing wrong with that, except that the fact that it wasn't targeted to the correct audience, at least according to me. It was meant to be visited by potential clients. This is why I changed it and made it a little bit more fun, added some animations, and because 80% of the visitors are coming from my Behance page, that means that they have already seen my work, and repeating my portfolio in the start of the website will not be really useful to them. This is why I prefer to talk about who I am, what I do, my process, stuff like that. If a client asks for a design, one of the first questions will be, who are we designing for? What is the audience? What is the target group? It's easy to forget even the most basic principles when it comes to design for ourselves. So before you start designing, ask yourself, what is the purpose of your website? For who you're designing for, who you want to reach and interact with? Is it for you to find new clients, to develop authority in your industry, or maybe finally find a job at that company that you so much admire? Compared to my current website, I'm keeping the same idea, but I want to definitely add more of those animated illustrations. And if I can have my logo to be interactive in the beginning, that will be cool. The main visitors will be potential clients, but since now I'm doing videos, podcasts, etc., those need to be part of the website, but at the same time not obscure the main things. For example, the design of the menu has the main things really huge. This creates a kind of hierarchy so people can find those easily, but all the other things are also there for the smaller percentage of people that want to explore them. The third rule is don't be a perfectionist. I have done this with my current website, where I was obsessed with every small detail. I wanted every page to be ready before I launch, and it took forever to launch. Those were small things that maybe 5% of people have even noticed. Your website is like a living thing, and because it's your personal website, not for a client, you have the advantage to change it whenever you want. It's not like a project that you need to print where you cannot make any mistake. If you see that people are not using it the way that you thought they will, you can change it. You can add and remove things accordingly. That's the beauty of it. For me, I'm planning to launch the Redesign with the main functions and have all the other pages and stuff coming soon. By the way, did you find the time to work in any personal projects during the quarantine? Let me know in the comments below, I would love to see them. To recap, start by finding your audience and design with them in mind. What do they need? How they will visit and use your website? And then launch it and work on it afterwards. I hope that you find those tips helpful, and remember that the mistakes that you made in the past will be the guide for the future.